My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and convey, is assistant. Do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet in the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion and the toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so.
I think it no more. Think it no more. For nature cousin does not grow alone, enthuse and bulk, but as his temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now so soil, nor coddle doth besmirch. And virtue is of his will, but you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for on his choice depends the safety and the health of this whole state, and therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body, whereof he is the head. Then, if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give his saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent your ear you list his songs, or lose your heart, or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection. Out of the shot and danger of desire, the cherished maid is prodigal enough. If she unmask her beauty to the moon, virtue itself scapes not communist strokes. They canker gals, the infants of the spring, too oft before their buttons be disclosed, and in the morn and liquid dew of youth, contagious blasphemous are most imminent. Be wary, then. Best safety lies in here. Youth itself rebels, though none else near. Think it no more. For nature cousin does not grow alone, enthuse and bulk, but as his temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now so soil, nor coddle doth besmirch. And virtue is of his will, but you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for on his choice depends the safety and the health of this whole state, and therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body, whereof he is the head. Then, if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give his saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent your ear you list his songs, or lose your heart, or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection. Out of the shot and danger of desire, the cherished maid is prodigal enough. If she unmask her beauty to the moon, virtue itself scapes not communist strokes. They canker gals, the infants of the spring, too oft before their buttons be disclosed, and in the morn and liquid dew of youth, contagious blasphemous are most imminent. Be wary, then. Best safety lies in here. Youth itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine himself the primrose path of dalliance treads and wrecks not his own lead.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long. But here, my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon the leaves.
Yet here, Verities, aboard, aboard, for shame, and the wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for, there, my blessings with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory, look thy character, give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their adoption tried. Grapple them into thy soul with hoops of steel, and do not dull thy palm with entertainment, but each new hatched, unfledged courage. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but, being in, bear that has opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly by thy habit, as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fantasy, rich, not gaudy. But for the peril oft proclaims the man, and they in France as the best rank and station are the most select and generous chef in that. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan ought lost both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of the husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night and day. Thou cannot then not be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season in this thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, Lord.
The time and best you go your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell!
What is it, Ophelia? What has he said to you?
So please you, something touching my lord Hamlet?
Marry well bethought, this told me hath every often of late. Given private time to you and yourself, have your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, and as 'tis put on me, and that in a way of caution, I must tell you, do not understand yourself so clearly, so it belows my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Huff! You speak like a green girl, unshifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe this? Tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have taken these tenders of true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind, a poor phrase running in is thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Fashion, you may call it? Go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Springs to catch woodlocks? I do know when the blood turns how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. These blaze, daughter, given more light than heat, extinct in both, even in their promise at is a making. You must be not take for fire, but this time be something shatter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than a command up to parle. For Lord Hamlet, believe so much in him that he is young, and with a larger tender may he walk, and then may he be given to you. In few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows, for they are brokers, and not that die which their investments show, but more implorers of unholy suits, breathing like satisfied and heroes dows the better in Belage. This is all. I will not, in plain terms, but this time forth shall you slander any moment leisure, as to give words
or talk with Lord Hamlet. Look, to as I charge you, come your ways.
I shall obey my lord.